Want to speak real German from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at GermanPod101.com.
Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to a new episode of GermanPod101.com. I'm Henrik and today I'm going to teach you must-know autumn vocabulary. That's something really cool I love here in Germany and most of Central Europe, that we really have the 4 different seasons. That means there's a distinct winter, summer, autumn and spring. Each time is different and each time has its benefits, as well as of course some, let's say weaknesses which are not as cool. But it's cool in each season. You can just wait for the next one to come if you don't like one so much. I think that's something pretty cool. Right now you see I'm still in my t-shirt, it's not too cold. We're still in summer, but we always know after summer it follows the fall, autumn follows. So be prepared and let's get started. Pullover, sweater. Pullover, sweater. Meine Oma schenkt mir immer selbst gestrickte Pullover zu Weihnachten. My grandma always gives me hand-knit sweaters for Christmas. Yeah, you know, they're sometimes a bit itchy. She doesn't give them to me anymore. I don't know if I'm too old or she's too old. But I do sometimes receive socks, hand-knit socks. They're cool, they're warm. And yeah, on a cold fall day, on a cold autumn day, it's nice to have some warm clothes. And even if it's self-made by your grandma, hey, come on, that's special, right? Never forget to say thank you for the presents your grandma give you. Yeah, never forget that. I've done that. Regnerisch, rainy. Regnerisch, rainy. Es ist regnerisch. It is rainy. Not really right now, but true, in fall it can often get rainy. I really like it. This super cozy days, just sitting inside. Maybe there's a little bit fire in the oven or something. And then outside it's raining, it's cold, it's really uncomfortable outside. Makes it even more comfortable inside. See, some people hate it, this rainy season. I really like it. I'm a big fan of fall. So, I'm a big fan of this lesson. Windig, windy. Windig, windy. Heute ist kein guter Tag zum Fahrradfahren. Es ist zu windig. Today is not a good day for riding a bicycle. It is too windy. True, it can get a little bit windy in fall, but don't worry, you will not get blown away. It's not crazy wind like tornadoes stuff they have in the US. When I was in the US, there actually was a tornado, so we had to all together gather in a gym to be protected. That was kind of exciting, also a bit scary, of course. Yeah, we don't have that here. It gets windy, but nothing close to be afraid of. Kühl, cool. Kühl, cool. Es ist heiß am Tag, aber kühl in der Nacht. It's hot during the day, but cool at night. I think cool was the first English word I've learned ever. It's just like something is cool, like, wow, Henrik, your shirt is cool. Actually, no, this one is kind of old. But yeah, the other way around, it doesn't work. You couldn't say kühl, like the German word for cool, for wow, something is very good. It's just chilly, really. Herbst, autumn or fall. Herbst, autumn or fall. Es ist schon Herbst, aber zurzeit ist es immer noch warm. It's already fall, but it's still warm these days. Yeah, also this is kind of typical, like when fall comes, there will be more cool days and more rainy days, but there are still warm days. So it's kind of a little bit similar to the spring. It like goes up and down, whereas like summer is really more warm, winter apparently is more cold. But also this is what I like really about fall. It's like you never know what you get the next day. On a bad day, the next day can be pretty beautiful, and on a very beautiful day, the next day can be, crappy, rainy. Some people don't like it so much. I think it's pretty interesting, like with all the leaves change and you really know, oh cool, winter is coming, the Christmas time is coming, and that makes me really like fall. Erkältung, cold. Erkältung, cold. Bist du nicht krank? Ach was, es ist nur eine Erkältung. Aren't you sick? Nah, it's just a cold. I've got a cold. Yeah, I was simulating. Like people sometimes simulate to not go to work or to not go to school. With a cold, honestly, I don't have that much experience. I think it's my Viking genes that made me be pretty much unsick most of the time. When you have a cold, best thing to do is having a hot tea, put some honey in it, like peppermint tea for instance, and sitting in the warm, drinking it. That's what my mom always gave me when I was having a cold as a kid. I had hot tea with honey. Delicious.
Kalt. Cold.
Kalt. Cold. Ich mag es überhaupt nicht, wenn es kalt ist. I don't like it at all when it's cold. Not necessarily true. I'm rather not such a big fan of crazy heat. I feel like, I'm burning. When it's getting a bit colder, I find it cozy, I like it. Yeah, but fall is not the really cold month, that's winter here.
Langärmliches Hemd. Long-sleeved shirt.
Next one, langärmliches Hemd. Long-sleeved shirt. Langärmliche Hemden sind gut bei kaltem Wetter. Long-sleeved shirts are good for cold weather. Oof, difficult one. Yeah, it's a really long, difficult word. Langärmliches Hemd. Anyways, we have a saying here in Germany. It's like the temperature cannot be too cold. You can only have wrong clothes. So when it's getting colder, just put on more clothes and you'll be fine. So that's what we say for the complainers about cold weather, because it can get pretty cold here.
Fallendes Laub. Falling leaves.
Fallendes Laub. Falling leaves. Im Herbst kann man überall fallendes Laub bestaunen. In autumn you can observe falling leaves everywhere. This is also one thing I love about the autumn or about the fall, that the leaves turn, they change all the colors, it gets super beautiful everywhere, and then they keep falling. Yeah, the pretty part is when they're still up, not falling, because afterwards trees look a little bit kind of sad without all the leaves. But that's where spring comes in, and after winter the leaves return.
Blatt. Leaf.
Next one is Blatt, leaf. Die Blätter werden im September braun. The leaves turn more brown in September. Yeah, not only brown, but also yellow and red and green and yeah, probably all the colors but blue. I have never seen a leaf turning blue in September. But that's the thing, like people always talk about, Indian fall in the US and New England, but it's pretty similar here. Like autumn gets really beautiful, like all the forests are red and yellow and green and brown, like in all those different colors. It's just astonishing. I love it. If you have seen Indian summer in the US, where everybody talks about, it's pretty similar here. So if you like this, you should come here also. Like we have huge forests, everything turns colorful. Amazing. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. I hope to see you again. Subscribe to the channel, GermanPod101.com. Leave some comments. I'd be happy to read all what you got to say. Then I see you next time. Ciao, ciao. Auf Wiedersehen.